Alrighty, so here we are. This is a VM that I've installed the .files on. Things to do after you've installed the .files. So you've done the whole, ran the installer, then you go into your .files folder here. What am I missing here? Config. Oh, there's the config. Okay. So of course you're going to grab everything in the config folder, and then over in your home folder you're going to find the config folder over here, and you're going to paste everything inside of there, and it'll come up replace, replace. The only thing you're not copying over is this .get. Local, you're just grabbing the bin, putting it in the local on this side. All this other stuff is going right into your home folder over here. So once you've got that done, your keybinds will be Super Q to close a window, Super W for wallpaper picker, Super E for the file system, Super A for your apps. I'm not sure if we have this one programmed. Okay, so I like to put a Super B for the browser, which in this case is the Brave browser. So let's first start off with getting my resolution right. This is set by default 1920 by 1080 on a 1440 monitor, so waybar looks a little off here. So we'll set that, and I'll show you if you had multiple monitors what you do there. So in the install you're going to get these two things, the code OSS. This is like VS Code, the Microsoft bloatware, and then Obsidian for notes in that. So let's go into that. There's so you're going to go into the, you would open the, what's the best way to show you? This wasn't open yet. You're going to go into open folder, and we can do that. Right, you're going to select your home folder, boom, and then you're going to go config, Hyprland config, and then I believe it's right at the top here. Yeah, so monitors is right here. So we're going to change that to my monitor. Don't have to put the @ but it's probably best to. So 26 by 1440, 144, and when I change this, so Control S to save, throws everything out of whack. That's okay, just simply do a reboot. If your greeter, after doing this too, when you reboot, if your greeter's not there, you would just log in, type Hyprland, and it'll start. To enable the greeter, you would just do at the beginning there, log in, and then do system control enable SDDM tac now, and that will engage your, so every time you log in at that point you will have the greeter. So you want to make sure you do that as well. Okay, so that's fixed the resolution. And how you get that to know, it's like, well, how did you know what to set that at inside of there? So if we do hyper control monitors, yeah. So that's how I got that. See here, Control 1. We open that back up. Zoom in on that for you. So that's how we came up with, got all that information is right there. shows you the active workspace. And all the different resolutions. The 25 by 14 whatever it doesn't have actually show it in there, and that's why it goes the way it does, and you got to reboot it. But just because it doesn't list it doesn't mean it won't work. So that's what you do to get your monitor information. Hypercontrol monitors. So if we move over to my main system here, we'll see a little more with what that looks like. With multiple monitors. So 4 monitors. So I got one right above my main monitor that's plugged in with HDMI. This is my main monitor here. This is my monitor off to the left of the main monitor. And this monitor here sits inside my PC case with all the you know, CPU, GPU usage, all that kind of stuff being displayed on it. So I actually have that set up. When I boot my system, it instantly applies to workspace 7 and 8 that are tagged to monitor 4. It instantly applies BTOP and VTOP on. So BTOP is displayed on workspace 7, workspace 8 is VNTOP, and then it doesn't apply a wallpaper to that monitor. So that way, because the kitty is transparent, but I don't want it transparent there, so I just have a black wallpaper basically on that monitor, so it looks like it looks like the kitty terminal's, you know, not transparent, because I want to be able to see my data clearly. And if I change that so it's not transparent, that means, you know, these, when I open kitty here, it's not transparent. So that was the way around that. So on boot up, it just does that. So then I can hit Super 7 or Super 8 to flip those back and forth. So that's how you get your monitor information to apply to your setup. And then you put that here. So I'll show you what that looks like actually in my main setup config folder there. So Hyprland config. So a little more going on in mine here. So this is the 4 monitors. Resolutions, everything, positioning. This is the position that they sit at, left, right, top, center. And then workspace 1 and 2 you can see is assigned to the PP1, so my main monitor. Workspace 3 and 4, and so forth. So workspace 7 and 8 is that DP3, that's that monitor in my computer case. Windows rules here I've applied, so this is the Windows rules that are activating BTOP and NVTOP here for the GPU, and then this here, these two things here, that's the BTOP, sets the font on the NVTOP. Okay, that's how I went about doing that. So a lot going on there with my monitors versus the you know, basic install of one monitor here. Pretty simple. So that's how you do the monitors. So the next thing we need to look at, showed in my last video there how to fix the colors.scc file, and you'd want to run you should have ran the waybar update waybar, which would have set your paths. So we can go in and look at what that was doing. So that was waybar. It was setting the paths to this here. So home Bob. So when you've installed it, it would just be $home here. It's just a filler. These two need the full path, need the home user, everything as you see it here. $home won't work. So it sets these two paths. Now if you don't want to run the script, you would just come in here and set this just like you see it. Add the home and whatever your username is to that path. Same with style. Or you just run the script from the .files folder and blam, it just flipped it for you. I thought there was going to be more paths to choose, that's why I done it that way, instead of just showing how to change it. I've left it in place though. You can use it or just change the two paths and waybar will work. Down the road I might, have more paths where that would come into play, so it's there. I may need it, may not. If it was like 6 or plus paths, it's just easier to run a script and go and track them all down. So the other problem, when you're creating this here, it's hard-coded. So you go into settings down here, the little gear, go to appearance, and the path to this. So when you created this, it's going to ask you to I wish this hadn't been set up yet. It's going to ask you to create the name of the vault. So whatever you call it. I forget what I called this. So the vault name is the vault. I called it the vault in here. So if you called it Bob's Vault or whatever, I should have just called it Vault. Hard coded it for that and just had everyone name it Vault and then been done. But anyways, whatever name you want to give it, and then it'll make you choose a folder where to keep it. So I've chosen inside my home folder. We have this folder called Vault. Inside here, when you first go into it, it's not going to have this folder. May not have some of these, but it's not going to have this folder and this right here, which is going to work for the theming. So what you want to do is the one folder inside of your dots, which you could move over. You might have moved over to your home folder in the beginning, but it's this. Yeah, so I've moved it over. It's this one right here. It's fine to be in your home folder as well. So you can see there's that script. So I just grab everything so I know it's exactly what I need, and I would paste it in over here to the actual vault, whatever you named it. So then now you would have this, which wasn't there in the beginning. Where is that hard-coded? It's got to be in a config file. Ah. Okay, so that's right. And somewhere it's got to have. And that's right. The vault. Now let's change the wallpaper and see what happens. Okay, it is working. Alright. So, if it wasn't working, this is where you would go into the config folder. We're looking for the Obsidian Pi wall, the update.sh, and then just add your username right here. Okay. By the way that's done, it should just do it, but I'm guessing this has the same problem as the waybar. It's just not feeling that. Yeah, So home, so that's the path to the folder you created, and this is the path to the color layout. So that will get that working. Okay, so remember that. Config, Obsidian Pywall, update. Just check that, make sure it's right after you've gone in there and set it up. Don't worry about what you're seeing here. That's just because there's it's a VM, no GPU there. Oh, that's fixed this problem too. So if you're on 1440, you're going to have this problem right here because it was set up on 1080. So we're going to go in here. We're going home folder, and we're looking for refetch. And we're going to scroll right to the bottom here. And we're going to take this right here, change it to 400. Control S to save. Close out of that. Close this, reopen it, and problem solved. Okay, so Super W for wallpaper. Make sure that's working with Obsidian. Okay. Now when you're in code, to get the colors going on here, at the beginning you have the choice to pick theme or whatever, and you pick wall. If you've moved past that, you would just come into File, Preferences, Themes, Color Themes, and out of the list, pick Wall, and that'll apply your colors to the code. So you see that wallpaper does quite well. Changes on the fly. Okay, so that's both of them working with the theme. So then Brave is what I use. Oh, you can put the shortcut on the keybinds for that. Just to give you an idea what that looks like. Fig, Hyprland. And we'll scroll down to the keybinds. This is where you find all your options for gaps and border size, and all that stuff. That's for another time though. So here is binds. So we can add that right here. So we'll do bind. Do B. Execute. And that's Brave. Control S to save. Now let's hit Super V. And now we get the Brave browser opening with that. Okay. So with that opened, we will go to settings, appearances, and we should just be able to say use GTK. Same as Linux. Okay, now you can see it's using the get rid of all this crap. Get that crap down there as well. Okay, so you can see it's taking the theming on. Now with the Brave browser, I use it tabs differently. So Visual appearance, and we'll go use vertical tabs. Yes. And then just make that so it's locked. And shorten that up. We can click that so it collapses. And if you just want a new tab, you would click there, like so. Okay, so that's Brave all set up with the theming. If you changed it on the fly, it won't change unless you close it and reopen it. Get something brighter here. Let's speed that along. Let's click this. Close that. So if we close the browser and we reopen it, you can see it's got the yellow. Theme to it. See, this is taken on the theme. Obsidian's taken on the theme. Alright. So, okay, so we did set it. Okay, the other thing you should know is if you're on a laptop or something using Wi-Fi, and again, you can just engage this whether you're not, you just want to use it. So my network manager here is right here. You don't think you really need a password in, but so click that, you get this screen here. Okay. If you right click it, it's got this other one, more of a retro thing. Both work. But there is one that's actually in the systems tray. It's just not engaged because I'm just always use hardline, and I just need to see this. If I lose my connection, it'll just say no network there. But you can engage if you're on a laptop using Wi-Fi. You definitely need to enable this. So right here, Control S to save. And to get that to come up there, we're going to have to do a reboot. And now we have it up in the systems tray. So we've got a wired connection. Connection enable. So like I do, oh, this isn't a VM, so I can show it. I should have engaged it on my main system so I could show you both sides of it. So you can see the Wi-Fi side. It would say available networks, stuff like that. But it's the same. It's the same menu. If we go into edit connection, so right here, it's the same thing. So if you did it this way. So that's, I don't know why it does that. See, it's already got this open, so it doesn't, once I click it, it's already there. So that's your network manager stuff. If you're on a laptop with Wi-Fi, this would be a Wi-Fi emblem showing there. So that's that. For Wi-Fi, we've done the Brave. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so like we install something like GIMP. Alright, so it's just got the default theming going on here. So, preferences, themes, and you're going to pick system, and blam, you're in business. I think it changes on the fly. You've got to back out of it. Okay, easy peasy. Anything that's using GTK 3, no problem. Applying the theme to it. Okay, so that's, you know, GIMP, anything you load in like that will work. Just trying to think of my main system. Blender, you can do it, but it is way tedious. Not gonna even, I applied a little bit to it, but nope. That program has way too many different steps to configure it. Some things don't work like as easy out of the gate as GIMP. You've got to make a, you know, might have to make a script. I'm just trying to think what I run on my main system that needed, well, Obsidian needed that Pywall script added. Virtual Machine Manager, it worked. It picked it up right out of the install of it and didn't do shit. So that's running a lot of the GTX stuff right there. Yeah, LibOffice, pretty much the same thing. Do they have anything else added that I really want to apply the theming to at this point? But as far as like GIMP and LibOffice and all those ones, they'll take it on. So this is my main system here. As you can see, as I open terminal windows, my picture changes. You have that option as well. So when you've done the install and setup, if you go into your home folder, you're going to find a folder that's named Pick for Terminal. If you go in there, this one here, whatever you put in here will pull it to here. That's what this folder you want to use it for. Same with, you're going to want to make sure you have the wallpaper folder in your home directory, because that's where it wants to pull from. If you're new to this, then stick with that out of the box. You can change, obviously, the paths and that if you know what you're doing and do it different ways, but that's where I have it programmed to set up. It should give you a wallpaper with some in there, and it should give you this folder with Arch icon in there. But if you apply more, you can add more, just the same as I've got here. So when you open it, it's something different. So I've been just, you go through a lot of different wallpapers, trying them out, seeing the color schemes. Some, you know, don't, if you load one up, like this one, when I first loaded it, you couldn't read the text in here. Just using a color that just kind of blended with everything. Made a little tweak. You would just go into your folder here, your code, and that is going to be found in cache. So you can see cache here. Then we're gonna go to wall. And this one will be closed, so you gotta go to scheme. So these are all the wallpapers that I've ran. And the colors are put to, right, cache. So if you change the wallpaper's colors, you know, put it in GIMP and adjusted things a little bit, you come in here and delete it out of cache and rerun it, and then it'll apply different colors. If you didn't like one of the colors here, what I do is I just open, I would open Brave. Get a color picker. And then you can go through and find that color that you're going to see here. These are the colors it's pretty much using that you see laid out inside of this. So whatever color, if we were after that bright color, right, this one here, there's actually two that are fairly close. We go through and find it, make a tweak. Just change it. If you're wrong, change it back. The nice thing is when you're using code here, if you get it wrong, it's like, oh, I don't like that. So you make the change here, open wallpaper, make sure so you can see, okay, so this is the wallpaper we're looking for. So there's the names. And that wallpaper is... right there. So there's the color schemes for that wallpaper right here. So you make the change. If you're wrong, just so it's Control S to save. Once you've saved the change, pull that same wallpaper up in here, rerun it. If the change happens somewhere else, you didn't like it, just Control Z, and that'll flip that number back to where it was. Easy peasy. And then just keep going through until you find the one you want to work with there. And that way you can, you know, something isn't quite the way you want it, you can change it, not a big deal. Different wallpapers, it's, you know, adds a whole new look to things. So just walk through some of them. Let's see. Different ones that I like. This one's nice and clean. Okay. I did fix the days up. It wasn't working. Should be now. Hopefully I applied that change. Yeah, because I pulled this in. Oh no, this is my main. Do we see that on the... I don't know if that's applied to this one or not. Days up, okay. Yeah, it's working. So the change is over. Alright, so back to the main. This is the other problem with certain wallpapers, the color scheme, and then having the image. It's like, do I keep color with these images, or do I make it like this one? Probably not gonna, this one here, so I just sucked all the color out of it. So that'll go with anything, right? I could do the same with all of them so they just blend. Or you create enough of them, so if you had 5 wallpapers, say you had 5 different ones of these, and it pulled this wallpaper up, it would pull this icon up. Then if you flip to another wallpaper, say... So then you would have that, so it would pull this one up and play. So it all goes. I could do something like that eventually, once I had, you know, which ones I liked. I kind of like having these wallpapers where it's black like that around everything. Right, you got the transparent background, but you know, you got the best of both worlds here. You see everything quite clearly. I love this wallpaper. This wallpaper started out as this wallpaper. And then I was like, ooh, would like to, I shifted this all into a blue. And I was like, "Ooh, that looks pretty sweet." So then I overlaid the red on top of the blue, and then erased everything but the spider. Basically, this is from the red guy, and I just went around. And then I was like, "Ooh, well, let's take my logo face here, my Reap character here, and we inserted it in. Oh, whole nother wallpaper now. It's kind of my own." So I like that one. It looks good. Pretty happy with that. I'd like to get more like that, I think. Again, the car ones are nice. I basically have left ones like this in just to show you the wickedness of different wallpapers. Probably never see me using this. But I don't know. I may change this and add so there's more blue up in there, and it does give you some nice colors. Especially like in here, you'll see it. It's not very good when you're just looking at stuff like that. Right, so it's pretty nice with that. Definitely could make that like if you're doing coding, switch to this wallpaper, right? Because if you're using something like this, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. I know some of them are pretty one-colored going on in there. This is one of my original wallpapers that I made with AI. Still one of my faves. Gotta update the colors. I mean, I guess they're all fairly decent, but you definitely get a lot more color with the bright, crazy background there. So I like this one. It's clean. Yeah, well, I think I muttered on long enough. Until next time, peace out.